Hi, good morning. Welcome to my Wednesday devotional. Today's the last day of Psalm 37. We are wrapping this up. Next week, I'll be going to our surprise topic, which I'm really excited about, and it's just perfect timing for spring. So this one was all about David, because my favorite male character anyway is David, King David. And eventually I want to come back to him too and dig more into his story. But for this time, for fall semester, I was just doing about strength, and he does a great job on all these Psalms. He writes, or has written, a lot of the Psalms, and so that's what this one was all about, Psalm 37. So it's about strength. So now we're on our last two verses, and these are really good. Verse 39 and 40 out of Psalm 37. The Lord rescues the godly. He is their fortress in times of trouble. The Lord helps them, rescuing them from the wicked. He saves them, and they find shelter in him. What a beautiful psalm, right? Just to think that really the Lord rescues the godly. As the last week's verse was all about, if you do the right thing and you stay on the track, as we are on today. I forgot to say that. Stay on track. You do the best you can. I mean, none of us are perfect, of course, but just do the best you can. And the Lord, he rescues you. He is our fortress in times of trouble. We don't need to worry. We just need to trust in him. And that's what this is all about. The Lord helps them. He rescues them from the wicked. And as we're going, now this is January, or the end of January, and we're all going through a lot of changes as we gear up for the spring and summer. At least those of us in the military area, there's always a lot of PCSs in the summer, or that's also moving. So there's a lot coming up, contracts ending, whatever, people leaving. And so we get into this spring season of change. And so it can be kind of tough. It's scary. Change is scary. There's no doubt about it. My husband and I moved, 20 something times. I don't remember, in our almost 25 years of marriage. And, when you're constantly moving, there's change, and that causes a lot of stress. And you got to let go of the people from behind that, maybe you were attached to, and then you got to form new attachments, and it's really tough. So I just want you to think about these two verses about how the Lord helps us, and he's rescuing us, and he'll take care of it as you go through all these changes. And I also want to point out, we happen to be on the track. Beautiful day, as you can see. Our beautiful track right here. And I wanted to point out something I was thinking about when I was doing my run, is that you might be able to see, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there are a lot of road apples, I think is the proper term, that our lovely geese, our Canadian geese friends, they just love to litter the track with their road apples. I'm looking for a really good word. It's kind of challenging when you're trying to run. What do you have to do? Right? You have to hop around me. I'm always hopping, trying to get around these things. Well, finally today, luckily, there's more geese are flying overhead, or birds. Today was kind of funny. All this time I've been, trying to move around the conflict of these road apples. And to me, these road apples are equivalent to what Satan does, right? Isn't that what the devil does? He just tosses these balls out in front of us, and it makes it very difficult to move forward in our Christian life, right? Well, same thing with these road apples. So today, instead of hopping around, because there were so many that I could have just been doing the Iggy dance the entire time. And I finally was just like, forget about it. I'm just going to go through it this time. That just made my run a lot easier. Going through it instead of avoiding the conflict. Let's just go through it. So I thought it was rather symbolic today. I know it's a very small issue, but think about that. What are these stones or boulders that are being thrown in your windshield, right? So what are you going to do about this? So what do? We trust the Lord. He's going to help us. And I know right now it seems like, well, Lord, I'm going through all this trouble. Where are you right now? Well, maybe he is. Maybe he's allowing us to go through these troubles to strengthen us. And then when it's the right time, he's going to reach down and he's going to rescue us, and he'll put us in the right path. But sometimes we have to go through these things, kind of like Job. If you ever study Job in the Bible, that's a tough one. He went through a lot, and it just didn't seem like You know, like, when is he going to get out of this? I don't know. But then he does. God comes and he rescues us. So that's wrapping up Psalm 37. Next week, it'll be something else. I'm going to surprise you with it next week. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice, warm January weekend wherever you're at. And we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.